Hello, welcome back. Do you guys want another Dollar Tree DIY? You do? Okay, well, I have one for you. We're going to make another solar chandelier, but this time we are going to use splatter screens. I have two, because I'm going to make two. I have some new flowers, well, more fresh. I just picked these up. You may have seen my haul. But I have all the other leftover ones from our previous chandelier, solar chandelier. We are going to need 2 wire frames. One, if you're only making one. We're going to attach the screen to the frame. And we're going to need garden gates. I picked up 2 per frame just in case. So I have 4 garden gates, 8 solar lights, so 4 per chandelier. Wait a minute, there it is. Make sure we're in frame. I have my glue gun warming up right here. I can't go very far because it is plugged in, so I am tied to my cord. I have extra glue sticks. I have cutting paraphernalia, which reminds me, kids, make sure, big kids, little kids, young kids, old kids, make sure you're being supervised. And I have some zip ties, because I'm hoping to zip tie the screen to the frame and the garden gate to the whole thing. Okay, we'll see what happens. I have hot glue waiting. And I also have these in case I need them, because we have to take the handle off of our splatter screen. So you guys, I'm going to pause, take a little coffee break while you guys are getting all your supplies together. And just like that, we are back. I'm just going to rip these little tags off, figure out how to get this handle off the splatter screen. So right now I'm just going to bend it back and forth. Will it break off? Well, the little plastic thing comes out. Let's see. Okay. I think it comes out. Let's wrestle with it a little bit longer. Again, I want to say, you guys, seriously, be careful, because this is the handle. So I ended up having to squeeze it together and pull them out individually, and that edge is sharp. So make sure, if you're doing this with your kids, that you do that. I know you guys know this, but as a grandma, it's my job to tell you. So I'm going to take the other one out. Move this one off to the side. Again, I'm going to move it back and forth. That middle comes out. And hopefully pull this out. We'll be right back. Seriously, all you have to do is get grizzly with it, and it comes right out. Well, let's see if the next part works just as easy. We are going to zip tie the splatter screen to the frame. Scrap. See which one it fits on. And you guys, where the little lines are, where they overlap, is where I'm going to poke a hole and zip tie it. Actually, that is not true. I'm going to go in between each one. So I just have this little safety knife, box cutter. Put little tiny holes in them. So I'm going to put about 4 on each one. And you guys, I'll be right back. I'll come back when I'm done. I'm going to do the next one. And again, I just put 4 holes as evenly spaced across as I can. And now I'm going to zip tie these to the frame. Now you guys, you know, if you have black zip ties, that's probably better. But I'm just using what I have. So I didn't have to go out and buy any more supplies. This is going to get covered with greenery and solar lights anyways. So yeah, just attach your screen. You don't have to use zip ties. You can use pipe cleaners, wire, floral wire. You guys use whatever you have. And just kind of get it even. Yeah, I'm struggling here a little bit. It keeps moving. But it will get snug. So just continue. And if you're doing 2 or 3 or 4, you guys, I'll meet you back here when you get them all zip tied together. Here I'm going to town thinking I'm doing super great. Head to the second one and I zip tied it to the wrong frame. Oops. Cut it back off. And start all over. Here, I thought I was doing great. So, on the second one is the one I'm using. Because maybe you're not using a splatter screen. Who knows? You can use whatever you have. Make sure they're all in the right spot. We'll be right back. And then we just cut the little tab off. Being careful because those pieces that are sticking up are sharp. Just to let you know. Make sure my glue gun's warming up. Yes, it is warming up nicely. Now we are going to attach or attempt to attach a garden gate. I don't know how many we're going to need, so I'm going to grab 2 just in case. And I want to cut these little plastic tabs off. Scissors. Over here I have a little cutting board that I use for my crafts. So let's see, first of all, if it cuts easily with scissors. It actually does, so we're not even going to stress it out, and we're just going to cut it with scissors. So I'm going to cut all the tabs off all of these, and I'll be right back. Be careful, you guys. Or you guys, to make things a little simpler, because your hands do get tired, you just take your utility knife, score the end of it, and snap it off. That is easier, dangerous because of the utility knife, but you guys can do it. I don't know if it's worth saving these little things, but you could hot glue them on the back of a little garden. You know, if you're going to make your own little plant sign, yeah, you could hot glue these on the back and stick it into your houseplant dirt. Just an idea. Or, you know, you could just throw it away and not collect stuff. So my idea is to zip tie this around the frame. Now, on the inside of these garden gates, there's a little groove. And it seems like it fits in there nicely. You could use that if you want. So again, I am going to zip tie these to the outside frame. We'll start right here with this one. Put one here. And we're going to have to cut our other one or just overlap it. I mean, that is, I guess we'll just see. If that's the case, maybe I won't zip tie this one down yet. Yeah, because we only have to overlap a little bit. So I'm going to zip tie them both down now. Right here. And I'm just going to, I'll cover that up with greenery anyways. So you won't even be able to see that it's overlapped. There. And I probably could have actually waited on my very first one too if I wanted to. Oh well. Oopsies. I'm going to zip tie this one. I'll be right back when I'm done. So on the end, when you attach the two together, the garden gates have little slot and pegs, I guess, holes and pegs where they attach together so they don't come apart. So I attached that part together, zip tied it to the frame, overlapped them over here. It does not even matter. And now I'm just going to cut off my ends, my zip tie ends, so they're not sticking out. And like I said, just continue on with the next one. I had to go get some more zip ties. I don't care what color we use, as long as they work. We do have black, so we're going to try to use black. And you guys, I'll meet you back here when we are hooked up. Okay, are you guys still with me? All right, I'm going to take a coffee break real quick. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to put solar lights in here. So I'm going to grab 4 of them. We only need the bottoms, so take them off. They come right off. And don't forget to take the little tab out. Just like so. I'm going to do all of these. I'll be back. And I also wanted to let you guys know that if you get a solar light and you're like, these things are junk, man. Well, first of all, you got to take the spike out of the bottom. Turn it around. Put the spike in the ground first. And then put your light on it. But what I'm trying to say is, don't throw these away. Save them. Oh my gosh. You're going to need them for many, many DIYs. So I took the sticks and little sticker thingy out of all of the, all 8 of them. And I'm going to put a hole, because these are going to get hot glued in where I would like these. Now it doesn't have to be a major big hole. Just hopefully we can cut a hole. What am I going to use? Something a little safer than that. How about some scissors? Yeah, scissors will work way better. This is probably dangerous, guys. Make sure you come out far enough. There you go. Because you don't want to have to hot glue on your wire. So I'm going to make 4 holes. making sure the holes are in that inside that last wire frame. You guys, I'm going to do this on both of them and I'll be back. And now we're going to hot glue our light onto our screen. Now I suggest putting the hot glue around the base of this, and then you can just make sure your hole is big enough, you guys. Oh my gosh. Alright, so there we go. Make sure the hole is big enough. Make sure I didn't break anything. Where did I put my scissors? Make these holes larger. Yeah, and then I'm just going to hot glue all of 4 of them to my splatter screen. No, to my chandelier. And I still didn't put a big enough hole in. Oh, you guys, I'm the worst at this. It has to be larger than I expected. There we go. Like I said, we can always add more glue. Common sense finally prevailed and I made the holes larger, I tell ya. So now you guys, we are going to add some greenery. So I'm going to cut this greenery apart. Like I told you in my previous videos, I like to cut the pieces off and then add them. So I'm going to cut them up. And now, you guys, I'm just going to hot glue the fern